Hey, how's it going? Welcome back to the channel. Hope you're having an amazing day. I know I am. And recently, I did a live stream regarding Boy Scout stories, and I kind of got like a little bit tangent. So I'm just giving you like a brief summary what like you do. Now, before we begin, realistically, I don't remember how I even got into like the Boy Scouts like program. If you don't know what Boy Scouts is, Boy Scouts of America or BSA, before changing to Scouting America, formerly the Boy Scouts of America is the largest scouting organization, one of the largest youth organizations in the United States with over 1 million youth members, nearly 200,000 female participants. And before the women. Now, most importantly, when doing Boy Scout program, you start off, I believe, around the first grade, if not second grade. So from there, you start off as like a basic Cub Scout. Sorry, my bad, a kindergarten. You start off as a lion, then tiger first grade, wolf second grade, bear third grade, Webelos fourth grade, accumulating in the Arrow of Light, which is fifth grade. Now, I distinctly remember the Arrow of Light because, one, I took the actual arrow from it. I'm going to try to find a photo of it and post it here. But I do remember it was pretty interesting time. I didn't really remember a whole lot of it. I just remember, hey, we got in like a ceremony at my local private school. Well, like I said, it was pretty cool from what I can remember. Almost a decade since I've been in the Boy Scouts program, or at the very least got out of it. Now, a typical Boy Scouts day would primarily just doing like a typical task, learning how to tie ropes, how to do whittling, chipping away at like those like bricks with like your pocket knives, learning how to do first aid, apply band-aids, packing for hiking trips, stuff like that. Pretty simple stuff. It'll be every Tuesday of the week. So throughout my first like 4 to 5 years of like, grade school, it was just me going into this program at like Tuesday from like 7 to like 8, if anything, and then getting out. It was okay for the most part. I do remember distinctly we had to learn how to carve using like soap and actual pocket knives. If I still have it, I'll show it here on screen. But it was they gave us a book too with like how guides and stuff. Mine got destroyed in a hiking trip, but this is like an example of it. I still have it. I think it's still pretty cool to all this time because one, there's some information on there that I'm probably going to forget, and two, it's just a nice thing to have, like a little memento. Now, there were like meetings and stuff, but I want to get specifically into camping stories. Camping overall wasn't bad. There were just some shithead teenagers and stuff that are like, genuinely piss you off because, like, yo, what the fuck? Why are you bullying the fuck up a fucking fifth grader, you piece of shit? I remember distinctly where me and my brother harassed because we were like sleeping one day. We were in our tent, and distinctly, they rose up all the stakes in the ground where our tent was, and it was windy as fuck, and they lifted the fuck out of the tent. And I'm like, yo, what the fuck? I was about to swing on some fucking high schoolers. Wait, no, sorry, middle schoolers. But even then, it's like, yo, piss off kindly because I'm trying to sleep. I'm trying to chill out. It's been a hot ass day. I'm trying to chill in my tent for a minute before I go out here and hike. But I did fuck up their shit a little bit. And that's another thing with like camping is that you go on these like, little adventures where you're off away for like a week or two. And this is what I like to call getaway camps. Getaway camps are it's where you get merit badges. If you don't know what merit badges are, the fuck's wrong with you? Anyways, getting merit badges was, super simple, super sweet. You just, get a piece of paper, talk to your, counselor or your head scoutmasters and say, hey, I want to get this merit badge. You fill out the requirements, you get the badge, and then that's pretty much it. You get it sewn on. And then at the next meeting, you're like, oh, make a big celebration. He got this badge, this badge, this badge, and the shooting badge. And it's like, all right. Like I said, pretty simple, pretty sweet. You get to the point. Now, I did overall get about 12 to 13 different badges. I know, not to brag, I'm pretty good, but mostly it's just like basic shit. You have your chest badge, you got your kayaking badge, you got your shooting badge, you got your fingerprint badge, photography, first aid, which is a fucking given. If you can't do first aid, what's wrong with you? But no, the badges allowed you to rank up, and the ranking up allows you to become more than just a we that is the below. You become a tenderfoot, and then you become first class and second class, and then life, star, and to finish it off, eagle. Now, the furthest I've made it to, Boy Scouts of America and all that was first class. That's the furthest I've made it, if not second class. I'll try to find a uniform. I think I put it up on stream, but yeah, like I said, overall, it was okay for me. I didn't really enjoy it. And mainly my parents just saw it as a way that, hey, this is very important to have in like, college. It's very important for you to progress in life, which in a way I do, looking back at it, agree with. But now that I'm like an adult, I kind of wish I stuck with it a little bit. But full heartedly, I'm glad that I didn't. I got out when I did because one, the way my you know situation of life was just for me to play video games and graduate high school to be 1,000,000% fair. But yeah, that's pretty much that. I have more stories if you want to hear about the fights between us and the Girl Scouts and selling stuff and more camp stories and why the adults didn't like me. Be sure to like, comment, and slop my scribe. Have a great day. Thank you for hearing this beautiful story. That's pretty much it. Yeah, cheers.